Hello, everybody. All you fine folks out there. We're looking at question number 8 on the 2002 Grade 10 Multiple Choice Cayley contest made by the University of Waterloo. So, after having played 3 basketball games, Megan had scored an average of 18 points per game. So, as soon as I see average and points per game, I start thinking of formulas for average. And that's total number of points scored over the games divided by the number of games played. Okay, we'll write that down in a moment, but let's continue reading the question. But that's the sort of thing that just pops into my head. I see average, I start thinking of average formulas. I see triangle, I start thinking of formulas for the area of a triangle, that sort of thing. After her 4th game, her scoring average had dropped to 17 points per game. How many points did Megan score in her 4th game? So we want to know the points she scores in her 4th game. I feel like that deserves a variable. It lets us remember what exactly we're looking for. So I'm going to say X, but you could very easily just as well say P for points. I'm going to abbreviate points as PTS in 4th game. Okay. So her average is number of points scored, and the first average we were given is 18 points, 18 points per game. So number of points scored versus over number of games played. All right. So we're told 18 points per game, and that's the number of points in 3 games, and that's over 3. Remember, we are told in her first 3 games she gets an average of 18 points. So we can actually work out how many points she gets in her in the first 3 games. So multiply through, we get 3 times 18. And if you want to be technical, you can keep the unit of game and points per game. Things will cancel out. You'll get points in the end. So 3 times 18, you can either do that in your head, or you can work it out on your calculator. And we get 54 points scored by Megan in her first 3 games. And we know she scores X points in her 4th game, but that's the value we want to work out. Okay? Now, that was her average over 3 games. Her average over 4 games is 17 points per game. And that's over 4 games. But that's going to be the 54 points she scored in the first 3 games plus the X number of points she scored in the 4th game, all over 4. So we have a nice little equation here. Let's just solve for X. A natural algebra question. Multiply both sides by 4, we get 68. It's 54 plus X. Bring the 54 over to the other side. And 68 minus 54, that should be 14. And we're looking for an answer of 14 in our 5 multiple choice answers. Well, they're decreasing in amount, and here it is, E14 at the very end. So we bubble in E, and we move on, looking at question number 9. And we're going to eye that, but we're going to handle that in the next video. So feel free to join me, or to even skip ahead, or skip to a different competition, whatever you want to do. And I'll see you guys, as always, in the next video.